So a lot of times 911 air-cooled engines leak. It's a thing, actually.
Pot. I'm serious about this stuff.
I'm laughing because they all leak. But one of the places that's only accessible from an engine out service is the back of the cam housing cover. So this cam housing cover right here, you can see basically what this is this is the guide that the chain tensioner pulley rides on. And then this right here is the actual chain ramp, right? So these are just interference pressed in. And on the back side of these, they tend to weep, and seep oil out. So basically, I'm gonna show you how to repair this. I've already done one of the cleaning process and getting it all cleaned down. And I'm gonna show you the steps we go to, and we're gonna seal these puppies up. You can only do it engine out because this is obviously sitting up against the cylinder head, but let me show you, using simple tools. Sam, you're gonna have to come close.
Oh my.
Because I'm gonna be working like this. So we're gonna wait for Sam to get adjusted here. So the camera's probably shaking like crazy. How the god thing's not gonna be level. Are you level? I think it's off a half a degree to the front.
According to the bubble, I'm good to go.
Okay, whatever. All right, so basically what we gotta do is we gotta get all this old epoxy off. So I'm just gonna use a scraper that I have here, which is Snap-on Charlie Sam David 1. So basically I'm just gonna take this, and there's no easy way to get this. We're just gonna get kind of jiggy with it and make a mess. So you wanna scrape. You have to get this old epoxy off, because if you don't have the surface back down to bare aluminum, the new epoxy will have nothing to stick to. So you want to hold your scraper relatively flat, and that's being kind of a pain. So I'm going to come underneath Sam.
Oh my.
And not move his camera. And I'll just grab a clear bra knife, and that'll allow me to get kind of vertical with that and get under it. That didn't work out too well, so let's grab a little bit more aggressive of a scraper. Hit it with velocity. And we get all this material off. So I can already hear the comments, you're gouging the aluminum. I'm well aware, but I'm holding this scraper flat, and you'll see how we fix all this. There's no way to get after thick old epoxy without getting kind of aggressive with it. It's just not gonna happen. Get this. This one's gonna be more problematic. There we go. Try to cut this one. The good thing is the way this is positioned, I can actually use the bifocal part of my glasses, right?
Convenient.
Yeah. So you just want to chip away at this little boss. Kind of break it off in little chunks. And once we get most of it off, we'll come in with the scraper. I'm gonna grab a little more robust knife, a little heavier duty blade here. There we go, that did the trick. You can see how this stuff was already flaking off. Come on. Mama said, don't cut towards yourself. So we actually have an incident counter report, don't we, Sam?
We do.
Of days since Tim's last injury. I'm not making it up. We're doing pretty good. I tend to be like a bull in a china shop. All right, so I'm pretty happy with that. So let's put our knives away so we don't get injured. Grab some new stuff. Now, what we need to do is we need to take some sandpaper. I don't know the grit, 180. So I'm gonna take 180 grit sandpaper, and if I just clean this, I need a porous surface, like a scratch surface, in order to get the epoxy to adhere. So I'm gonna take 180 grit sandpaper, and I'm gonna go around the edge, and I'm gonna put a grain in it. So that I have epoxy. I got room for the epoxy to stick. It needs to, if epoxy, paint, any of that stuff, it's all in prep work, it won't stick to a surface that's completely smooth. So I'm gonna go around the outside edge like that, then over the top. Kind of looks like shit, doesn't it, Sam?
Currently, but it'll get there.
You can see here, I got a little bit of a scratch, a little bit of an etch, right? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this sandpaper, light pressure, and I'm gonna sand down my little gouge area, which is fine. Then I'll take really fine crocus cloth and I'll polish it. So that gets my surface sort of prepared. Then we gotta address these little guys. Same deal. Now here we got a little bit more epoxy that we left on here we need to address. So let's try taking our blade like this and just go kind of vertical with it. See if we can get that off. Slowly but surely. If that doesn't work, we'll try this method. That's good enough. All right, so now that we've made a mess and completely scratched everything, take it over to my favorite tool in the shop. Let's go vapor blast. So we're just gonna touch this up because this has already been treated and I don't want to get my hardware vapor blasted. I'll take all the material off. So I'm just gonna focus right here. I'm gonna touch this up and blend it in. All that good to go. And now all my gouges are gone. I still have my sanding scratches in there, it's just not evident, but that looks like shit, doesn't it, Sam? So I'm gonna blend this more. Even though nobody's ever gonna see it, I'm gonna blend this a little bit more out so that it's Olsen spec. I gotta be able to sleep at night. Right, buddy?
Right.
Do I ever let you get away with anything half-assed?
No, sir.
Well, then why would I be any different? Oh my God.
The rubber ones are harder to get out of.
When you're like Jeff and you're 106 pounds soaking wet, that's not a problem, but I got a little more meat on my bones. You're 113 pounds?
Yeah, that's it.
Come on.
No, that's what I weigh.
Oh my God, I was pretty goddamn close. 113 pounds.
He wouldn't be on our offensive line.
No. He'd make a great cheerleader though. You throw him up in the air.
It was good enough for George Bush Jr.
Oh my God. All right, dry this puppy off.
Yeah,
Looks good, right?
excellent.
All right, so next step, now that we're clean and everything looks good, the next step is we have to grab our special epoxy mixing surface. You know what that consists of?
Not at all.
Whatever you find in a garbage can that's clean. Cardboard, whatever. We just happen to have a clear bra job going on behind us, so I took the opportunity and grabbed some of that, which will be nice. If you need a tutorial on how to mix epoxy, then come to the wrong place. It's equal parts, right?
You're asking the guy with the art degree.
All right, so I'm gonna mix my epoxy up here. So now we're just gonna take this. Just like that. Easy, right? So I just make sure that I kind of spoon it on. But I really just use the term spoon. I spoon it on, and then
Spooning with me, Tim?
yes, and I spoon it on, and then I just make sure I put a little bit of pressure on it. Let it sit in the horizontal or whatever that is, flat position, so it kind of finds its height. There's nothing, no art around this. It's all in the prep. All right. Now we're gonna let that sit up overnight because we don't need this till tomorrow. She's sealed up. How would you do it? Drop us a comment if you want to see any more little tips and tricks of what we do and how we do it. Thanks for watching.